It's actually kind of bothering me how much discourse there is on the Wizard Liz's relationship and how everyone is just commenting on it. But I guess that's just how the world works, and that's what comes with fame. But anyways, here I am making a video about it too. I just feel like, first of all, it takes time to process that the person you loved is not who you thought they were. And so I just feel so bad for her, like getting all these comments where they're like, he stalked you, he did all this to manipulate you, he's a narcissist, he just wanted to humble you. Like, the people who literally think he stalked her and just became exactly what she wanted in a man, and like all of it is a lie, and he just did it just to make her a single mom, which is her biggest fear. Like, some people have these like theories that he's like literally just crazy and evil, and I feel like he probably did love her, and I feel like he probably just cheated because he's insecure, and I don't think he was like out to ruin her life from the beginning and humble her like a lot of people are saying. But I just feel like it'd be crazy to be reading that when you're going through a breakup and you're like trying to process all of it. And so I just feel bad for her, because it took me like months to accept that my ex was not the person I thought he was, and like didn't have the same values as me, and that was just like a lot to handle. It's like you're just kind of in denial at first. I do think that people cheat because they're insecure, and I think that a lot of men get really insecure when they're with a woman who doesn't need him and who is able to protect herself and provide for herself, because they have this wound and they have this like old conditioning that they need to be the protectors and the providers in order to be valuable and to be worthy and to be chosen. And so it really takes a strong, like confident man to be with a really successful woman, I think. But I'm hoping that that's like a wound that we're healing right now. Hopefully men are healing that and realizing that your worth doesn't have to be tied to how much you provide for people. I think that a lot of this spirituality and healing is really about the evolution of humanity and making our mindsets more compatible with the way that society is now, because women now are providers and can protect themselves, and they don't need that from men. And so I feel like men need to like heal that wound and that mindset, and also realize that you can protect and provide in different ways. But I think we all need to work on not tying our worth to what we do for others, what we provide for others. And a lot of women are very much in this toxic masculinity energy as well, where they feel like they need to work hard to be successful, and they need to work hard to feel safe, and they need to be in control of everything. And I think that women especially are not supposed to be in that energy. But I think that we all can really be in this receiving energy of just like trusting the universe, trusting that it will provide for us, especially if we listen to our intuition. And I think that if you're someone who dates men, you should choose men who have healed this wound, or at least are working on healing this wound, so that they're not passing it on to your children. Also, a lot of people are just like, she's a manifestation coach, like she manifested a cheater. What does that mean? And for a while now, I believed that we don't manifest whatever we want. I think we manifest whatever we need, whatever lessons we need, whatever healing we need. So I think that for whatever reason, she was meant to have this experience, and she's gonna grow from it so much and become a way better person from it, and be able to help millions of people through this experience. I know that for me, my breakup was literally the most transformative, beautiful thing that has ever happened to me. So I can just imagine everything that she's gonna be able to do after she heals from this. And she is a healer, she is a teacher. She's gonna be able to turn this into so much wisdom and healing for other people. Some people are meant to go through painful experiences so that they can help other people through them. And I really believe that this is the experience that her soul chose to have. But I also do believe in free will, in that people can act how they want to act. We all have choices to make. And also, you can't guarantee that someone won't cheat on you, that someone won't act out of ego, even if they've never done it before, because we are all always new versions of ourselves. We're all always changing, and you really just can't guarantee how someone is going to be forever and what kind of person they are. But you always have control over how you respond to it and what you tolerate in your life. But if you want to find that sense of safety and security, you need to find it mainly within yourself and in trusting yourself to treat yourself well and to walk away from things that aren't good for you. Also, I'm just like, can we stop generalizing entire genders? I'm just like, why are we generalizing about an entire gender and making assumptions based on a few pieces of evidence? It reminds me of politicians. Like, it's such a logical fallacy to make generalizations like that, and I'm just like, can we please stop generalizing men, generalizing women, and saying all men are cheaters, all men are bad? because I feel like you're really limiting what's possible in your life when you have a perspective like that. I think that like 20% of men have admitted to cheating, which is pretty crazy, but it's still not even close to the majority. But I don't know, I just don't like when people are like negative and just assume bad things about the world and bad things about people. I think that we should have faith and trust that there are good things out there, there are good people out there. I think that it is really important that in a relationship you see each other as equals. I think that when people see their partner as better than them, then they'll get insecure and they'll cheat or they'll do something to try to feel more secure in themselves and better about themselves. Especially when you have a woman like Liz who is rich and successful and smart and all of these things, and he's probably hearing that all the time. It probably got to a point where he didn't see himself as an equal and he cheated in order to try to feel more secure within himself. So I think it's really important when you're looking for a partner to make sure that they do view you as an equal and they're not putting you on a pedestal and they feel worthy of you. And also make sure that you feel worthy of them as well and that you feel like you're just as good as them. And obviously our self-image is kind of always changing and we have different levels of insecurity on different days. But I think just in general, it's really important to try to find a partner that you see as an equal and that sees you as an equal, because that's how you're going to be able to have a healthy relationship where you're not hurting each other due to your own insecurity. I could literally psychoanalyze and analyze these things forever, but that's just what I felt like talking about today. I would love to hear your thoughts on the situation or what I talked about in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video.